Hello traders, welcome to the Friday trade recap and forecast, end of the week. So the markets are looking pretty good. I will take a look at them a bit later, but first I just wanted to say, so I'm trading until 5 p.m. London time, and it's in about, I would say, 5 to 6 hours. After that, I'm not taking any setups. So after 12 in the afternoon on a Friday London time, I usually take only super high probability setups, just a disclaimer. We will see what will happen. So let's start with the euro and the US dollar. I had a nice winning trade right here, and then I got taken out. Then the price moved up. We had this huge news candle, printed a huge wick, broke the high, retraced, double wicks. There was an opportunity to get in on a reversal right here. And I think if anyone has gotten in, they would still be in the trade, potentially. Basically, okay, so if you had a 12 pip stop loss, as I have, you would have been taken out. For me, this setup did not fit my plan. We just had this sort of a weak break. I mean, it looked more like a V reversal than a reversal setup. And basically, yeah, we had also double wicks or even triple wicks on the bottom, meaning there is some big weakness in the market. So yeah, I did not want to take any sort of a setup here, especially because it's the euro and US dollar, where I'm the most patient. But right now it's looking good. Why do I say that? Well, because I'm seeing a nice pattern form right now. So that pattern is push down, descending channel, we continue. So basically push down, descending, continuation of the prior momentum. We can get this sort of stuff with the euro pairs. So I'm definitely looking to sell right here. I'm looking to get in on a nice flag pattern or on a nice break and retest pattern such as this one. We will see what will happen. Again, this pattern looks clean to me. I'm seeing some strong momentum, so I would definitely be happy to sell, but I need to get a setup before 5 p.m. London time. In the next week, price can just give us a V reversal, give us a range, push up, and then move to the upside. That is always on the cards. That is always a possibility. Or it can just range around in this general area. We know that Mondays and Tuesdays are predominantly range bound days, so I would not be surprised if something like this happens at the beginning of the next week, if this momentum does not continue. So moving on, Euro Japanese yen looks also really good. Why do I say that? Well, it looks kind of similar to the euro US dollar. What we had in the prior price action, we had a flat range basically, and then price moved down with some strong momentum, some real nice momentum, broke the low, retraced, kind of descended again, and then continued with a nice large impulse. So I'm 100% looking to sell here. This again is a nice clean, clear pattern that the market will continue trending down. I'm looking for a flag, or I'm looking for a break and retest entry pattern, especially if this gives us a clean close. That makes the trade even better. If it prints like a huge wick, so if it closes like this, gives us a large wick, then that's a big warning sign. But if it closes with almost no wick, that's a really good sign. What we can get in the next week is of course a V reversal, range, push up, such as the one we had here. So this would be the pattern, V reversal, range, push up. That is exactly what I mean by this sort of a pattern. Or we can just range around, of course, that can also happen. We can get a larger, wider range. So let's see how the price develops. I do like both the euro pairs. I do like the price action they are showing currently. Aussie US dollar range bound, so stuck in a flat range, really flat. I'm not seeing anything. Let's wait for more price action. I'm waiting to see if this momentum will potentially continue down and we get a setup like this, but I need to see it move far away from this range bound price action. I need to see a nice large push, or I need to see a nice strong established trend. So push, pullback, and a continuation. For me, then that's a trend. For me, this would be just a single impulse. Established trend is an impulse, pullback, and another impulse at least. So at least two impulses and a nice small pullback. Anything more than that, then it's an even stronger trend. But to be honest, I do expect to get a larger range here because of the overall price action. So I expect to see something like this, just more of these ranges. So yeah, we will wait for the next week to see what happens. I don't believe we will get any sort of an entry. It's too late today. So this pair is definitely not on my watch list. AJ, Aussie Japanese yen, now it is moving down, but it's moving down more in a characteristic of a euro pair. So usually euro pairs give us this descending and then they continue in the same direction. So I don't really like to see this on the Aussie Japanese yen, but I can see that price went down, pulled back. Also there was a free candle flag or an advanced flag or however you want to call it. Super high probability setup. Any of these flags. So first we have then an inside bar, then we have an outside bar that breaks the prior candles high and the prior candles low, and then we have the entry candle, which is red, first red candle after the flag forms. These usually have a really high win rate, but this one just came out of a single impulse and it ended with a large wick. After a large wick, I need to see a range even on these quick flags such as the free bar flag, and you can see it would have been a 1% loss if I got in right here. So it's good that I followed my plan. Yeah, I just did not want to see that wick. If there was no wick here, I would definitely consider taking a sell. Actually, I would 100% take a sell here because, as I said, these free bar flags have a really high win rate and a high profit expectancy, meaning they bring some really good percentage if they go in our way. Yeah, so basically what I'm seeing overall, I'm seeing sort of a downtrend. So push down, pull back, really no shift. I mean, a bit of a shift, but not something that is a major concern. Another push, no shift, then we break the low retrace, but then we continue with momentum. So it is sort of trending down, but I don't really like this sort of price action where it kind of descended. That is the reason I need to see a nice strong break here. So I need to see this close with a clean close. If it does, I would consider taking a flag, and I would 100% take a break and retest, but I need to see a clean close, or I need to see the next candle continue down even more. So I need to see either a clean close or I need to see more momentum at this point. We can also reverse, same as EU and EJ, get a V, range, push up, look to buy, or we can just range around, which would be the worst possible scenario. So if we range around like this, then I'm being more patient with any sort of setups. That's around it for AJ. Pound is not looking good. So pound is looking range bound here. I'm not seeing any sort of potential. To be honest, this is starting an impulse, but it needs to continue with momentum. Basically, in the prior price action, we broke the low, retraced, then we broke the high, retraced, broke the high, retraced, broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced again. So what I'm seeing this ascending going into a descending, and then I'm getting this impulse. So the only thing I'm seeing that's good is this move right here, but I need to see it continue. So I need to see it give me a nice break down, further down with a nice clean close, and then I would look to get in on a flag or get in on a nice break and retest, such as this one. So I just trade two entry patterns. Basically what can happen, well, we can just reverse, get a V reversal, range, push up, flag, or we can just range around here, basically, and yeah. Those are all of the possibilities. So this one is not on my watch list. I don't believe we will get an entry today. I'm just being more patient with this pair. If this momentum continues, then it goes to my watch list. Final one, NJ, very similar to AJ. Basically, there was a free bar flag also, as we can see here. But for me, again, we ended with a large wick, even double wicks, and the only thing going for the trade is this impulse right here. I mean, price action was pretty range bound, really range bound, so I did not like the prior PA. So I did not want to even consider taking this sort of a flag. If this came from like a downtrend like this, and then we get this formation, even with a wick, I would most probably take it, because I know, as I said, these 3 bar flags, so inside bar, outside bar, entry candle, have a really high win rate. But coming out of this range-bound price action, I'm just not going to risk the 1%, and this would have been a 1% loss if I took a trade here to sell. So good that I followed my plan again. To be honest, I didn't even spot it. I think I was going to sleep, and I think I even missed the whole setup. So, but even if I spotted it, I would not have taken it. Then we got this push down. We basically just broke the low, retrace, broke the low, retrace, broke the low, retrace. So yeah, I'm seeing a descending channel here. I'm seeing a descending channel, which is kind of problematic. This is more of a Euro pair characteristic, not really an NJ pair characteristic, but I'm seeing nice momentum at this point. So if this closes with a nice clean close, I would look to sell on a nice flag, or I would look to sell especially on a break and retest. That's the cream of the crop. So definitely would consider it, or may continue and then look for an entry further down. That is also on my radar. So this pair is on my watch list. We can get a V range push up, same as on the other ones. I mean, the forecast is the same. So, or we can just range around on Monday and Tuesday. That is what we usually get. So to sum up, EU looks good, definitely. EJ looks really good. AU, it's really bad. AJ, somewhere in between. I'm not seeing what I want to be seeing. Pound, range bound, we're just getting this impulse. NJ is on my radar, so the best ones are the Euro pairs. EU and EJ I'm seeing descending and a large push down, which is really high probability to continue trending to the downside. So that's about it for the trade recap and forecast. Good luck with your trading. See you guys next week. Keep following the plan, but the market conditions have shifted. Why do I say that? Well, just take a look at the euro. You can see nice clean moves. Clear push up, no shift. Clear push up, no shift. Clear push up, strong momentum again here. So we have push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down. So really nice moves in the market compared to, let's say, this price action where we had messy price, basically ascended, no real structure to it. Or here, this was awful price action. So this is the worst kind of price action. Just going nowhere, breaking the highs, breaking the lows, no real momentum to the upside or momentum to the downside. Huge wicks, these huge news candles. So I would say the market conditions have definitely shifted by comparison, by looking at the pure price action. That's a good sign for us trend traders. So I would be alert, I would watch the charts, but I would keep following the plan, of course. So let's see if we can get some nice trades. That's it. See you guys in the next video.